Reaction number 3. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a scoopful of solid sodium hydroxide carbonate, and I'm going to add it into a dry test tube. This is a scoopful of solid sodium hydrogen carbonate. I'm going to get the mass of this. Before I do anything to it, the mass of the solid sodium hydrogen carbonate inside the test tube is 18.77 grams. Next thing we're going to do is I'm going to use my test tube tongs to hold the test tube, and I'm going to heat this over a Bunsen burner for about 2 minutes. It looks like there's some droplets forming up on the top of the test tube right now. The longer this has been in there, the more droplets I'm seeing form up on the top. Okay, it's now been about 1 minute and 30 seconds since I started heating this strongly, so I'm going to light a wooden splint on fire. I'm going to place the wooden splint inside my test tube. The wooden splint went out. I'm going to retest it. A lit wooden splint going into the test tube. It immediately goes out in the presence of whatever gas is in there. At this point, I'm going to remove the test tube from the flame. And I'm going to place the test tube in my test tube rack to cool. One thing that I can notice about this reaction is up at the top, there's still going to be some liquid. Maybe if I put this behind it, you might be able to see, yeah, there's liquid up at the top. And at the bottom of the test tube, we still have our white powder. But the powder doesn't seem to be moving around as much as it did at the beginning. Let's see if the mass has changed. I'm placing this back on the balance, removing the tongs. The mass after heating is 18.28 grams.